So we're here with Mr. Robert Annang over Raj Cane Corsos in Dansoman. We're going to ask him why Cane Corsos. Well, I haven't seen so many of them, but at least I've seen close to 50 different Cane Corsos, and I can tell you this is the best so far. So he's going to tell us where he got his from, why he got them from there, and why he decided to do Cane Corsos in the first place. So, Mr. Raj, welcome to
Thank you.
BREEDER'S WAHALA. So please tell us a bit about yourself first before we get to the dogs. Who is Mr. Robert Annang?
Robert Annang is an entrepreneur. Doing my own thing. Okay. This is just a hobby.
Out of love?
Yes, out of love for the breed. Okay. Initially, my interest was in the rot, then it shifted.
What caused the shift?
Circumstances, but I'm happy those circumstances came into being because somebody cheated me. You see, I wanted a rot. At that time, I had a mixed shepherd. Well, and I wanted him to get a male rot to give companion, not to even cross, companionship. But I told him I wanted it after 12 weeks. But what happened was, at around 7 weeks, he even asked me, I was so friendly with him that I even paid.
In advance? In
advance. So, somewhere around 7 weeks, he called me to tell me that I should come for the puppies. Meanwhile, somebody, I've told you, I want it after 12 weeks. He said he was traveling, there was no one to take care of the puppies, so I should come for mine. When I did my investigations, the puppy had parvo.
That's why he was calling his company.
That was why he was calling me to come and pick, because I had already paid. I told him I was no longer interested. He refused to give me my money. When I threatened him with the police, he paid only one third. I didn't push. Around those times, I traveled to Holland and I saw the Corsos.
Love at first sight.
Love at first sight. The imposing, intimidating stare. The majestic stature, the personality, the elegance, they look regal. Especially when you come to meet the real representatives of the breed, not the poor representatives of the breed, the real representatives of the breed, you fall in love. I'm sure by the time you leave this place, you'll be thinking about the Corso.
Excellent. We hope so. We hope so. So viewers, you've heard it here. So then his was born out of love at first sight. Was because of misfortune. But don't worry, there are good rods in town, don't worry. But just that he's a Corso guy. So we have a Corso person. Alright, so please, yes, you fell in love with them, but then do you think breeding Corsos in Ghana, do you think we have a future as in the breeders of Cane Corsos in Ghana? Do you think they are doing well, or do you think they need to step up? What advice do you have for them? You mean breeders in Ghana? In Ghana, in Ghana. Hey, you want me to step in dangerous waters? Oh no, feel free. Just tell us what you've noticed so far with the Corsos around, because I can see all your stock are imported. So I just want to find out why. Yeah, my breeding stock. Yes, yeah. I tried to get some around, but I wasn't satisfied with. After seeing what you saw in Holland. Yes, any of the ones that I saw here, I wasn't happy with it. I wanted something closely resembling what I saw, yes, because I actually took my time to go around and see some of them. Okay. And what I saw here were not true representatives of the breed. It's cuts across all breeds. You see, and at times you try to advise, then they feel you are telling the dog is rubbish. Honestly, it's just that it is clients who can do something about it. For us, there is nothing much that we can do because it puts food on the table for some people. For some of us, it's a hobby. Well, it brings something, it helps to take care of them. But when you look at the way some people are going about it, it's sad. 90% of what I see are not Corsos. Crossbreeds. Yes. It happens. Any breed that is new in the system, people just mix with anything and sell with the trending name to make cash. Somebody invited me to his house to look at the Corsos, a female. I looked at the Corso, I was speechless. Then he showed me a male puppy that was almost a year old. I looked at it.
I was speechless. I didn't say anything. So when I came out, he was asking me, how do I find?
On the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, I can't say anything. The only thing that I can tell him is,
Come home and see mine.
oh, he had already been here. So he should step up and do pedigree.
That's fine.
He should just step up and do. I mean, he's just beginning. I don't want to take away his motivation.
Sure.
So he should just try and step up and improve
Sure.
with time. Because if I say something, he will not be happy with me. He'll be discouraged. So it's better I keep quiet. But he knows I wasn't happy with what I saw. Yes.
All right, so Mr. Raj's advice to all of us is, if you're a Cane Corso breeder and you have quality stock, do not downgrade the quality of your dogs by breeding them to lower quality dogs. By lower quality dogs, I don't mean dogs that are, okay fine, let me explain this way. We have crossbreeds, we have mixed breeds, and we have pedigree dogs that are not good enough. He's saying at least end it at the pedigree. Don't go beyond the pedigree to mate crossbreeds and mix breeds. Yes, of course, some of us are in for the cash, but then there is better money at the end if we all maintain a certain standard. So that is his advice for all of us. So now we go back to him again for him to tell us how long he's been breeding, and then how many generations he's had so far, how to get a puppy from him, if you order start services and all that. So Mr. Raj, please, so how long have you been breeding the Cane Corsos?
I think for the past 3 years.
3 years.
Yes, I had them earlier, but the intention was not to breed.
Okay. Just
But
like the love, you just wanted to
Yes,
breed dogs.
but the pressure from outside made me develop an interest. Made me develop an interest in breeding them to satisfy some of my people. And even that, I have people who have been on my waiting list for the past 3 years.
Oh, I've known you for some time now, and then I know you don't offer start services outside your kennel. If it's not a female in your kennel, you are not mating. So please, why?
The reason why is that I have friends who have done, I don't know how they did it, but they used them for stud and the males became sterile. I don't want to go into that situation myself. The reason why is that I headhunt my dogs. When I say I headhunt, what I mean is that for now, I'm not looking for another male puppy. That male puppy is not yet born. I'm not looking for the father of the male. I'm not headhunting the father of the male that I'll be getting. So what I do is that we have a show in September in Holland. I may either go or allow my brother to go and assess. I've identified for now 2. When they go to the show, we'll identify about maybe 4 or 5. Then we'll physically start checking them on the net. You see, I always advise that if you want to import Corsos from outside, we have an international pedigree database. The money is in your pocket. So you tell the breeder, please register the dog. You don't pay anything unless you yourself you want to donate or to pay something. Tell the breeder to register the dog for you. If he is unable to do that, then there's a problem. So because it's FCI registered. So if he's unable to do that, then it means there's a problem. You can go somewhere else. But for some of it, we don't buy dogs off the shelf. No.
You go look for the parents, see them yourself.
Then when I get the male, I don't tell them the female to go and cross. But I tell them the characteristics of the female that I want. So if they are going to breed, they should let me know. So when they are breeding, they are going to cross. They have different options. Maybe 1 or 2, they will send it to me. Fortunately for me, I can go on the net, do virtual mating of the 2, and find out, because I'll be using them for as my foundation. The minimum level of inbreeding for me is 4.5. Yes. But basically, I end up with 3.8, 3.5 for some of them. For me, since I'm going to use them as my foundation, I read a lot. Within this short period of time, if I should tell you how much I have learned, you'll be shocked. I learned a lot too from KG to top up, you see. But I read. If you are into things like this, you must be prepared to learn.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
You see, so when I do the virtual mating, I can tell the kind of puppy I am going to get without you, the breeder, telling me anything. I can even forecast the color of the, what do you call it?
The puppies you have.
Yes. So with that, we pay a deposit. The puppy has not yet been born. The deposit is paid. Then when it is born, 6 weeks, then we go and choose.
So with your breed in particular, what are some of the predisposition illnesses that your breed has? Maybe because of the extra size or extra weight, they are prone to hip dysplasia or elbow dysplasia or some heart issues or some eyes. What is specific with the cane Corsos? That if you are buying the cane Corso, you should make sure that the mother and the father is free of that particular disease.
Exactly. You see, most people make the mistake of buying puppies, like I said, off the shelf.
Off the shelf.
You see a puppy, it's nice. All puppies are nice. Even the local ones, when you see it is well taken care of. It is nice. You don't have any problem with it. But it is up to you, the client, to do your own investigations well. You have to visit the breeder. Take a good look at the parents. Take a look at the temperament of the parents. If you are satisfied, you ask further questions. I mean, the breeder is also selling out.
Sure, sure.
You can ask him to give you names of people he has sold to. Pictures. You see, this will give you an insight. If everything is not well, he will immediately change.
Yeah, some of them tend to be rude and all that.
Yes.
So simply they don't have the
yes.
details.
But for me, I prefer you to ask me questions. I have people who try to use me to sell their dogs.
Yes, true.
They try to use me to sell their dogs. They are in somebody's house and they are selling something that looks like the Corso. You see, something that looks like the Cane Corso, which is not at a lower price, like maybe 1,500 or 2,000 or 3,000, and then they will say, call him. He's selling his at a higher price.
Yes.
The reason is that he keeps it until 12 weeks, but we sell them at 8 weeks.
That's the only thing they say. They never talk
So
about
for me,
price.
when you call me on phone, I'll never give you price. Because you haven't seen what you are going to buy.
How do you price what you've not seen?
Yes, how do you price what you have not seen?
Sure.
It's a non-starter. You haven't seen it, and yet you want to know the price. You don't know anything about it. And besides, it's not everybody I sell to.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, I have people who I have turned away. Because when I sell it to them, you know, I interview people a lot. Yes, I'll interview you. When I realize you are not ready, I will not give it to you. Because in the end, the dog will turn out into something else. Because this is a breed that you need to have a lot of space for a well-secured fence around. Secondly, you need to have time for the breed and train it. Most people think the Corso is aggressive. Yes, it is aggressive for first-timers or people who haven't seen them before. They're very suspicious of strangers, and if they don't know you, they respond differently. So it is up to you to come and see the parents and ask yourself, I wouldn't answer those questions. You have to answer those questions yourself. Is this the kind of dog that I want to take home? Do you have children in the house? How would they be able to handle such a large dog? Would they be able to handle it? Do you even have the time to socialize it to a point where they will become very friendly with your children?
It's very important.
Yeah, it is very important. These are questions that I wouldn't have to answer. You will have to answer those questions yourself.
To see that
yes.
Your dogs
so,
are okay with your children and the people in the
So
house.
is it a yes, or a no? No. I mean, genuinely, you what do you call it? You have to go down, deep down.
Be truthful to yourself.
Be truthful to yourself. If the answer is yes, I can tell.
It can give you more tips on
Do you have spaces and all those things? If you have it, fine. But there are some, then you see the wife looking at the husband and shaking his head. You see, the woman will shake her head, then the male would look into the skies, say, we are not ready.
Simple.
You see, so these are things that you need to know and understand. That's why people say that they are not good for first-time
Owners.
You see, for somebody like you, You've handled the Rottweiler. It's an aggressive breed, so it has some level of aggression. I wouldn't like to say, people wouldn't want me to use the word it is an aggressive breed, but there is some level of aggression in there. You can easily handle it because you have the experience and you have the leadership skills to be able to, what do you call it, handle it. You need to be calm, you need to be patient, and you need to be consistent.
Very, very.
Because these are dogs that will test you. They will push the boundary, they will test the boundaries.
Very dominant dogs that will like
Yes.
test you the owner.
Yes, they want to see whether you are in charge.
True.
Once they realize you are in charge, then they relax.
Perfect.
But when they realize you are not in charge, on a scale of 1 to 10, they will rate you at 5 and rate themselves at 10.
They are the alphas of the house.
You see, then that makes the whole thing very dangerous.
Very.
It's like giving,
Unpredictable.
yes, I always give that example, but some people don't like it. But it's like giving a weapon to somebody who doesn't know how to drive. Who doesn't know how to use that weapon. It will become dangerous for he himself and for everybody around him. It's the same thing with the, what do you call it, Lamborghini and then the Ferrari. If you know you don't know how to drive, maybe you have the money, so you go and buy it. You use it, you die. Yes, you have an accident. You see? So these are incredible dogs. They are nice. They are everything. But then you need to be consistent. You need to have time. You need to set boundaries. If you have children in the house, you need to set rules. They also have to understand the rules that you give to the dogs, and they know that they are not supposed to cross certain boundaries. People leave their dogs when other children are around. They say the dogs are friendly. Meanwhile, these are children who are making all types of noise that the dog is not familiar with.
True.
They'll go and pull his tail. They'll go and pull the ears. They'll go and pull whatever. Any part of the dog, and the owner will be there. Oh, it's a friendly dog. It's not even, the person is not even watching. Then the hair will begin to stand. It will become irritated. You are not watching. The tail will be telling you that, especially if they giving you all the signals, and still you are not paying attention. You are not responding. You are not supervising the way you are supposed to supervise. Suddenly it springs, and it thinks that maybe it doesn't even want to even hurt in the process, but it thinks that your child is in danger.
Yes.
So it wants to protect that child. Then something happens. The unexpected happens, and the breed is termed as.
You blame the breed.
But it's the owners. You see, so if you are not ready, don't go there. If you don't have the leadership skills and the time for socializing and training, even if you can't train it, you can get people to help you to train.
You need to have time.
You need to do a lot of investment and a lot of sacrifice, because these are dogs who demand attention.
Once you're around,
And they will take it. Honestly, they will take it. If they don't get it, they become unruly, they misbehave.
then you make time to correct it.
So you have to make time to correct
Wow.
that behavior.
He's telling us all about his experience. We've moved from questionnaires to his experience. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy him tell us everything about cane courses. So then, how many litters have you had so far? Not specific number, but I know you've had so many. But how many litters have you had so far? And what are the challenges you face with cane corso litters?
Just a few. What I have noticed is they don't produce much. I don't know about others, but I don't know whether it is the weather or whatever it is. I've seen outside they produce larger numbers, but for here it's restricted to a certain number. So somebody calls you, do you have puppies? I say no. I'm even sometimes I refuse to put puppies outside because the pressure
for you to give.
And I don't take deposits.
Why?
I don't. You come and put unnecessary pressure. This is an act of nature.
Okay, so you can accept deposits when there's a litter on ground.
Yeah, I accept deposits after. I don't even take deposits. When it's 6 weeks, I'll invite you to come and see.
So see them if you like, then you can make payments.
Those on my waiting list.
Sure.
Those on my waiting list. I invite them to come in. Sometimes I have to call people from outside because there are people who are on the waiting list but they are not ready.
I agree.
So
that's the best.
So at 8 weeks, between 6 and 8 weeks, you're supposed to finish paying.
Okay.
If you're unable to, I give it somebody else. I don't wait until 12 weeks, then I call somebody, surprise somebody. So when I give it to you, you should know I've given it to about 2 other people. The following week, yes, the following week I just.
But why 12 weeks? Why do you release them at 12 weeks and not earlier?
You know, if you most people like to release them at 8 weeks, but at 12 weeks you are sure it has had all its vaccinations.
Or the 3 major vaccinations.
I mean, there's kind of small problems associated with the puppies. You've overcome everything.
Sure.
These are not cheap dogs.
Honestly.
So that the person goes and comes back, the dog is dead. I have never
sold. It's even heartbreaking for you.
Yes. I have never sold out a puppy and the person has come back to me with a problem.
Excellent. Then that's excellent.
Yes. See, so 12 weeks for me. So if you insist, but for me, I also insist on the 12. Then both of us will have a peace of mind.
Sure. Sure. Wow. But then now that you don't offer start services, how do we get your quality in town? Do we have to wait for some of your puppies to grow up at other people's places before we see them? Or there's a way we can bend
in the rules?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. What I'm doing now is I'm grooming
the black young boy.
No, not the black. I don't have a black. What do you call it? I'm grooming. Yes, the one with the grey mask. Okay. Yes.
Son from the big boy.
Yes.
Okay.
I had him. I kept him because I didn't know if something may happen to him. I don't go outside to do my crossing. A lot of people are not happy with me because I don't do it. People call me. I mean, if you have a female, you know definitely the female will come on heat. So you're supposed to contact him, make your investigations and find out where you can take the female to. Then somebody will call you, oh, do you have a male? And I say, yes, I have a male. I want to cross. I say, I don't do crossing. I say, Master, why? I say, I don't. For now, I don't.
For now.
Maybe
so
God willing.
The young boy
yes, maybe God willing, hopefully, maybe getting to the end of the year or maybe next year. I may.
So I understand you. There are a lot of issues in
you see, because if I start using him, I wouldn't use him for any of my females again.
You just want to be safe.
Yes, I just want to be safe because I don't want to go and beg somebody to cross.
Not at all.
For me, as we speak now, like I'm telling you, I'm headhunting a puppy, a male. Yes, from a very powerful bloodline. I haven't got what I want.
About Cane Corso bloodlines, but you can mention some of them for us if you want. I don't have.
No, for now, let me keep quiet. When it comes, I'll call you.
No problem.
You see, because the Corsos, for example, let's use you as an example. When you are buying puppies, do you buy off the shelf?
No, please.
You see, you don't buy off the shelf. So it is the quality you investigate.
100%.
You do your
buy blind,
yes.
You don't buy
so for me, if I had somebody like you who is also into Corsos, there will be no reason why I should even go and import.
Yeah, because you have another good somewhere.
Yes. You see, look at coats. I mean, perfect. You see, top notch. Take somebody like the Lion's Kennel, some of the
shepherds.
I'm not a shepherd guy, but I love them when I see them.
Sure.
You see, so if somebody wants to get a shepherd, there's no need to go outside to go and get it. You can get it right here.
Sure.
You see, so why is it that people are not willing to invest into things like that? You see, and they settle for mediocre.
Honestly, I think it's not about pricing. I think it's about education. People don't know. Fine, the early stages, people were just buying things, whether they knew or not, they were just buying things to make the cash. But then I believe now there are some educated people that will come to your house and say, no, I don't want this, I want something better. So I think we are going somewhere, we're heading somewhere. So then maybe next year or two, we'll have good courses.
Because from Holland, I took the best from them.
Your blue male?
Yes, all of them are from Holland. I took the best from them. So even they themselves, they have different platforms. When they are showing their puppies, I laugh. Because I produce better puppies than some of them over there.
100%. Honestly, we are doing well here, but
seriously,
just need higher numbers to be doing.
Then
well
apart from that too, the way we take our pictures too also plays a big role.
It's also, true,
yes,
true.
we don't have good cameras, so we are unable to get or project the image that we want to present or we shoot. People present with backgrounds that will make you very shy.
Doubt even
what is happening? And they put it on the net and embarrass all of us.
Ghana and the whole of Africa, they embarrass all of us.
I remember I was buying a puppy from somebody. Can you believe the processes that I went through? After going through all these processes, the breeder took the puppy to a show. You know, they will ask you, an African will not ask you, he will take it. And the dog, these are dogs that did very well. One was first, one was, I think, third. Excellent. Or so. But me, I don't talk much. Yeah. You see, but after that, that was when people started getting interested. Meanwhile, the thing hadn't been settled. It was a done deal. Yeah. Now they started creating doubts in the mind of the breeder.
Can he take off it while going?
Where is it going? They say Africa. Which part of Africa? West Africa. How?
Yeah. How can you say that quality to that part
yes.
of the world?
When over here they have everything. So we have a platform where such things are put. Yes. And I was seeing all those
comments and all
comments. In fact, I felt bad.
It's heartbreaking. And you see, one person
and they asked,
show the image.
yes.
If we had numbers, just good quality dogs
yes.
online, the perception will change.
The funny thing was, the breeder asked me to take pictures of where I was going to keep the dogs and the environment in which I was going to rear them. I didn't say anything. I just took pictures and put it there.
That's it.
You won't believe it.
That's it.
They were speechless. They couldn't say anything.
That's it.
Because the breeder said, I see, where he's even keeping them. You don't even have it. They say over there inside, they don't even have
it.
Honestly, those things.
We are doing well.
We are doing very well here in Ghana. Seriously.
Kennels and it's just some wooden structures.
You see, all we have to do is make sure the parents that we go in for are screened.
Perfect.
We do our investigations well, and everything will take first, second, third generations.
We'll be fine.
And we can even challenge them.
We can. I've seen your puppies. I have one I like in your 6 months. The blue girl.
Look, I have people outside who want to exchange with me.
Then is that good?
Yes, I have people calling me from Tanzania, from South Africa, Sierra Leone, Nigeria.
So please, what do you feed them? Pellets, or you prefer to cook at home for them? Dogs and puppies.
A combination. With the puppies, I give them Propack. Thumbs up to Dr. Peterson. Yeah.
Excellent.
I give them Propack and soup and chicken.
Wow. How early do you start that?
Oh, after just 4 weeks.
Okay.
But the chicken, you have to take out
the bones
and give them the flesh. Then, but with the adults, I import my own food.
Wow.
I import my own pellets.
For the adults?
Yeah, for the adults. Sometimes 60 bags, 50 bags. You have to dig deep. They are healthy dogs with a lot of appetite. You see, so if you don't feed them well, they will embarrass you. You will tell on their body. You can tell that this dog is malnourished. It is not getting what it's supposed to get. Another thing too that you must look at, especially for the Corsos, because they are healthy eaters. Some of them tend to put on weight, which is not too good. I don't like them too big. You know,
you can tell from your dogs.
Yes, you see, my motivation is, I told you I wanted something with the temperament of the Rot, but with the size of the what do you call it, the Mastiff, the Wabu, and another one that doesn't shed too much. You see, so if you are not feeding,
we play with them and they didn't shed. Yeah.
So if you feed them well, they shed twice a year. But if you groom them regularly,
Everything should be fine.
Everything should be fine. So
any supplements? Because I realized the coat of the dogs are
for puppies, I don't give supplements.
The 4-5 months puppies you saw there?
No.
No supplements?
No supplements. Nothing. Just make sure you feed them well.
Fine. You see the black one? You see the black one you coat? No supplements?
Nothing. It is the food. It's the food. It's not only dry pellets, but soup.
Soup and then the chicken.
Soup with a lot of vegetables in there. You know.
Sure.
I don't have to tell you everything. Maybe at another forum we can talk about. But
well,
if
all you are saying wasn't true, your dogs won't look good. So then it means
definitely
you might even be doing more than you are even saying. Because the dogs
for puppies, I don't give them any supplement. And even the supplements, some of them I import them from outside. Because if I'm buying here, they are expensive.
Yeah. Some of the things are more expensive than you bought yourself, honestly. So don't give us the specific price, but then on the what's the range of price for your puppies?
I don't like talking.
Yeah, no specific. Just give us a range. No specific price.
It range between. You see, let me say that in Ghana here, people don't have money. They have the passion, they have the love for their breed. So if I say I want to price it like the way it is being priced outside, most people cannot afford. So for me, it is between 1,000 and 1,005. But basically, there is a particular crossing. When I do it, it will be 1,005. But for most of them, it is 1,000. Most people come.
Dollars will not gonna see this. I beg you. Dollars not gonna see
this. The equivalent, not
sure.
In cedis. Yeah, sorry, not the foreign exchange. In cedis, yes.
That's fair. For your dog's quality, that's fair.
I can go higher, but I don't. People even ask me to
go higher.
Yes.
Because what they are seeing it. I mean,
yes.
The bad ones
I have
almost around the same price.
Those that I have sold outside, they do very well. But they are not for people who take them out for shows.
You just enjoy the dog in their house.
They just enjoy. They use them as guard dogs for their. I even have some military men.
Quality is good.
Who are telling me any time at all. If it is 2-3 years, they wait.
Quality.
You see. So once you know what you want, you don't have a problem.
Sure.
You see, and you zero in on what you want. See, like you zeroed in on your. The same thing, like then the shepherds too, how they are doing.
Kennel,
so if everybody is doing that, I don't think we'll be having problems.
Sure.
At all.
We have so many people doing the right thing. Ghana should be on the.
You see, if people don't know the breed, but if they should open their eyes, and they will see what some people are putting out there. Recently, somebody also did it again. I saw it. I looked at it. I can show it to you when we finish the program. You see, it's sad.
It's very sad.
It's very sad. You can't do that to the Rottweiler or the Shepherd.
It's difficult because people would see.
Yes.
Corso is still a new breed in the system.
So people don't know.
True.
Others also use their cousins, the Neapolitan Mastiffs.
Correct.
Eyes are almond shaped. They are accentuated. They are almond shaped.
Okay, for the Corsos?
Yes, for the Corsos.
Okay.
The head size is massive, but it's almost square. And like all mastiffs, for the Corsos, the jowls hang more. Those with heavy jowls, the lower ones, the lower lips also hang. They produce more saliva. But you can tell they have an inverted U under the chin. Yes.
Sure.
You see, because the upper, what do you call it?
Yes.
Jowls hang.
Yes.
This one remains stable under, so you see it hanging like that.
Okay, then the U is there.
It happens with most mastiffs, but with the Corsos, it is more pronounced. So if you take your time, you'll be able to see, and then you see the wrinkles. The wrinkles is unlike that of the other mastiffs. Yes. If you turn the head up like this, and you put an egg there, it will stay there. I'd like to thank God for how far He has brought us. It's not been easy. I also like to acknowledge Dr. Peterson and then Frimpong, Club 250. They've done extremely well with the pieces of advice. Sometimes we're talking and I'll be picking things from them without them even realizing I'm doing that. Then outside too, we have Tatiana, Jack Blender, Rainy Benhard, and then Jane Brosen. Then my brother Julius and his wife Angela, and then my wife and family, the team at home. Thanks.
So guys, you've heard a lot about Cane Corsos from Raj Cane Corso's Mr. Robert Annang. His contact number and email address will be down in the description. You can call, like he said, you can call him or email him, and anytime he's free, he will gladly respond because he loves Cane Corso lovers like himself. So then, thank you all for watching this episode of BREEDER'S WAHALA. Like we said, season 2 is about meeting the breed and its breeders. We'll show you the best representation of the breed in the country. If we don't have, we'll go outside the country, like we said. So luckily for us, Cane Corsos, we have Italian Mastiffs, Cane Corsos in Ghana here, in Dansuman at Raj Kennels. So please, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.